Hello and welcome back to Minemage. I'm Kaibal, and today we're going to be doing a little bit more towards blood magic. We haven't given it as much of a spotlight as we could have, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a nice big episode. We'll do all kinds of things in it. For starters, we're going to make ourselves a tier 3 altar and the new Magician's Blood Orb, as well as a few new sigils that come with this new Blood Orb, and of course a few new runes to add to the altar itself, make it a little more powerful. Maybe a little more full, who knows what I can do. But we didn't forget about Ars Magica too. What we're going to do is we're going to upgrade our inscription table, make ourselves a whole set of mage's robes, and make ourselves a little device called the Magician's Workbench. Alright, well, let's get right into it. Now to start the video off, as you noticed in the background, I had a quite different looking crafting altar here. This one is one of the upgraded altars, and I've set this one up to be made out of nether brick with redstone caps. Now, I'm going to take a look in my arcane compendium just to show you real quick. We'll go to structures, crafting altar, and it shows all different kinds of ways that this can be made, of course. Now what I'm going to show you here is the effects that these add, because it allows you to, you can only make specifically powerful spells if you have a strong enough altar. One of the spells that I've actually recently made, which I'll show off a little bit later, required me to upgrade my altar, so I went ahead and went with this one. And as you can see, the nether bricks add 3 effects, and the redstone blocks add 3 effects as well. So I get a total of an extra 6 effects, based on the fact that you can already do 2 effects. Or I think the max was 4. Yes, it was indeed 4. So one of the spells that I made, real quick, is a torch spell. So all I do is right click, bam, makes a little light. Now that light source is permanent, it stays as a block. I'm probably going to use it to replace maybe some of the torches in the house. Like I can get rid of this one here and pop this down here and here. As you can see, it doesn't cost very much, and it has a pretty cool animation to it. The other spell that I made is actually a spell directly against zombies. See, if you're aware of a few of the potion making in Minecraft, you'll know that if you make a throwable potion of healing, it will damage an undead creature, such as a zombie or a skeleton. So what I've done is I've created a projectile healing and thunder spell. I've added lightning damage to it as well. And that way, when I go to attack a zombie, it's a very powerful hit. I was really hoping for a one-hit kill, but I'm pretty satisfied with that. Oh, unlock. Oh, I just leveled up, I see. We're just going to make some basic mage robes, excuse me. Let's see. So, if I can recall where I put everything. So, in order to make the robes, B-A-T-T... Oh, no, I'm sorry, not the battle mage robes. Just the mage robes. Here we go. Mage robes. Now, there's actually more to that set. I'm just going to go ahead and open it in the arcane compendium. I'm not liking any of that. Mage armor, here we go. Alright, so back in here, we'll check our compendium, and we see right here in the mage armor, in the, where was that, items? Yes. Mage armor. And we have the mage hood, robes, leggings, and boots. Now all of these will require leather, brown wool, a specific color rune, and a special item that denotes the type of thing that you're making. For instance, water for the hood, coal for the robes, stuff like that. Now I believe I have everything already neatly put away. Alright, so we're back in here, looking in the compendium. We see the recipes for the mage robes, hood, leggings, and boots. So in order to make the hood, we need brown wool, a purple rune, leather, and a water bottle. Now, I don't know... I think I have a water bottle on here. No, it's a potion of water breathing. You know what? I just saw some bottles. There we go. I just filled up my inventory instantly, and I don't even regret it. Let's go ahead and put this armor away. Oh crap! I'm gonna need to make a new armor stand. All right, so let's craft these real quick. Brown wool, 1 piece of leather, and oh crap! What was it? The rune, right? But which rune? Ah, the purple rune. Of course. Okay, so we got the mage hood. Cool. Okay, so for the rest of this portion of the video, we're simply going to be making the rest of the armor. You all can sit here and watch, or you can use this handy little link to go ahead and skip ahead. I'm basically going to be showing off how to make each of the other armors. You all can observe what goes into what, and what needs what. You know, stuff like that. All the important questions. Alright, enjoy the video. Okay, so next one is the mage's robes. And so on and so forth. So pretty easy on this one. 2 white runes, coal, leather, and wool. Alright. 2 white runes, coal, leather. Nope, I'm sorry, that's backwards. Leather and wool. There we go. Some mage robes. Alright. Now we go to the boots, leggings, I'm sorry, yellow, gunpowder, brown, and leather. Yellow, where are you? There you are. Gunpowder. I probably already messed this up. Oh, I think I'm way off. Yep. Okay, it was brown wool, gunpowder, yellow, and leather. And those are backwards. There we go. Mage's leggings. And now we just need to make a pair of mage's boots, which is 2 black runes, which apparently have no texture, feathers, some leather, and 2 bits of wool, I believe. Feather goes there. Yep, there we go. Alright. So there we have it. A whole set of mage's robes. Let's see what we look like in these things. Let's pop these bad boys. Oh, yes. Look at that. It's like a slightly more impressive version. It's actually the same version, but I like the color they did with it for this one versus Thaumaturgy. Very nice. Really, really very nice. Now, aside from the fact that we've made these robes, you know, for cosmetic purposes, these actually do a couple of very specific things. For one thing, I believe, here we are, when wearing a full suit of mage armor, your mana regen speed is increased and all spells are slightly more effective. So that means that as we wear it, everything goes better. Now, it's not going to make the light spell any brighter, but it's going to make it cost less, which is very useful. Alright, here for a quick see, and here it comes, the inscription table upgrade. So we right-click, look at the recipe. It's pretty simple. You got a book, a feather, some black ink of any sort, ink sac, shadow ink, whatever you happen to have, and some string. And we'll go ahead and pop those right in there. And there we go. The tier 1 upgrade. So now we'll walk over to this and right click it. And we've got a couple little books. Hooray! Nice little read for us. Now we did unlock something in the compendium as well. Should be something glowing in here. There's not. Cool. Well, it said Arcane Compendium. Oh well. Alright then, moving on, let's go ahead and go make ourselves a magician's workbench. So we'll go over here, and let's see, magician's workbench. So 2 workbenches, wood, planks, slabs, carpet, and a chest. Why, that sounds just crazy enough to work. Now, do we have any wool? Let's see. Yes, of course. Okay. So now we make ourselves a little bit of carpet. There we go. Make some planks. Make some slabs. Alright, so it was 2 slabs. Let's see here. Carpet, 2 crafting benches, and a chest as well. Let's go ahead and make that stuff real quick too. Otherwise, we can't make it. What happened to the rest? Oh, whatever. Chest. Crafting bench 1. Crafting bench 2. There we go. Pop, pop. Chest. Plank of wood. Oh, for crap's sakes. Really? What happened to that plank? I know I made some. Oh well, you know what? We're just gonna do this. Bam. Alright, and we have 1 magician's workbench. Now, let's see. Let us put this... We're running out of room here a little bit. Let's stick this right here. Okay? So we right-click in it, we see it has its own inventory, and it has actually a small and a large crafting page. So if we want to say, let's put in nether bricks, and let's tell it that I want a recipe for nether brick stairs. Sure, why not? So all I have to do is craft it 1 time, and there we go. We got a tab open right here. Now we can shift right-click it, and that will make it to where it won't disappear, because as you craft stuff, it will keep opening tabs down this row on the bottom, and once it gets to the end of the tabs, it will simply delete the last one and replace it with the first one. So this will allow you to keep all those finicky recipes, like the one where you have to make the mana potions, and you have to keep building on tiers and building on tiers. This one will simply craft each tier at a time, but you only have to click, 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 click. Pretty simple. Alright, so now I think that's a good little foray into Ars Magica. We got some new robes. I showed off a couple spells. Let's go ahead and move on to blood magic. Oh, it does grow tiring being a powerful blood mage that I am. I still haven't found a method for using a different kind of blood, but I know a way to make more. Alright, now this one's going to be a good one. So to upgrade this altar, we're going to need to actually space out an area 2 blocks wider than what we've already got, and 1 block down. Go ahead and cut this area out for us real quick. We might have to get this thing its own building. Alrighty then, so we're going to go ahead and take a few more of our blood runes. I've just made regular blood runes, nothing too advanced, and we'll lay 5 down on each part here. Right, like that. Perfect. Now, we can build these out of anything, but I decided to use stone bricks because I think they look pretty good. We're going to make 4 pillars in the corners, and we're going to cap them each off with a little bit of glowstone. And there we have it. Now, if I've done this right, I should be able to right-click with my divination sigil. And yep, we've got a tier 3 blood altar full up of blood. Now, you did notice when I opened my inventory, I have quite a few potions. And that's going to be important because we're about to turn this block of gold into a magician's blood orb. Now, I will mention, by the way, cosmetically, you can put anything in this block space here. Including stairs or little slabs, whatever you want to put on there, just to make it look good. Alright, we've got our altar set up. Now I used a little bit of extra utilities nodes to create a pathway using the regular extra utilities pipes and then a retrieval node on the bottom of this altar. Now once again, that's not going to affect the fact that this is still a tier 3 altar, but I've been collecting a lot of life essence over the time. Very easy to do. I had a the other kind of node stuck into this before, but I just installed the things here, and I think I've got a little more efficient system. So we're going to use this to help me power the blood altar. I've also including making these potions of healing. You can have issues with the blood altar draining too quickly, so what we're going to do is I've made these runes of self-sacrifice and speed runes. Now the other 3 for the runes of self-sacrifice require your blood orb, some stone, some reinforced slates, which is just a tier 2 slate, essentially. It's still pretty high in cost for blood, that's for sure. Excuse me. Stone, and a little bit of glowstone. Now the other thing I've made are speed runes. A lot easier to make. It only takes a blood rune, 2 blank slates, some stone, and some sugar. Now what I've decided to do is we're going to destroy the altar for a second. So take down this part here. See, there's the node I was talking about. And we're going to set down the runes of self-sacrifice on this side. Or on this part, I should say. Oh, really? Jeez Louise. Alright, right like that. And then I'm going to destroy these particular ones, use these for crafting later. And like I said, there's no transfer node on that, just a regular old node. Or regular old pipe, excuse me. We're going to take all these out here, and we're going to replace these with the speed nodes, or speed runes, excuse me. Because these also apply to the efficiency of it, allowing it to take in more at a time. Oh dear, I don't think I've made enough. You know what? That's fine. We'll just put down more blood runes and make this into a regular old portion of the altar. I'll move those around in a little bit. No sense in reorganizing right now. Alright, so we right-click on this. We got ourselves a tier 3 altar again. That is much more efficient, hopefully, and much faster at that. So this should take in the life essence that I've been able to store, and it should also work a little bit faster. So we're going to do our best, we're going to pound this out real quick, and we're going to get ourselves a magician's blood orb. I'm going to make sure I get all these potions down here, that way I have quick access to them. Alright, let's do it. Oh wow, that's working a lot faster than I suspected. But look, there's runes of self-sacrifice to make it so much easier. Oh man. There it is. We did it. Holy crap, we did it. It didn't take nearly as much of the blood as I thought I would need. I didn't really know what the transfer rate of blood to life points was, but we did it. We did it. Look at that. The magician's blood, or I better drink one of these. The magician's blood orb. It's beautiful. We right click to bind it to ourselves. Oh my goodness. Let me get ourselves a divination sigil here. Look at that. 25,000 LP, and it's barely a fifth of the way full. In fact, I believe that we can now hold a total of 250,000 LP using this magician's blood orb. Oh man, that's going to take a long time to fill up. But we did it. We got ourselves a magician's blood orb. That was quite the challenge, I will say. Look at that. I used almost all of my potions of regeneration. Alright, moving right along. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to work on making ourselves some sigils. Now, I'm not going to make you all watch me collect everything up to make the sigils, and I'm going to have to make a few new slates using this new blood altar. I think they're called infused slates. It's a 3rd tier slate, and it costs a total of about 5,000 blood, I believe, because it's 1, then 2, then 3. So actually, it might be 6,000 blood. But we'll go ahead and get right into making the sigils, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're looking good. I've got everything together that I need. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and finish off this episode by making ourselves 5 new sigils. I've been kind of holding off on making the sigils because I wanted to make some of the ones that I preferred more than the others. Like, there's a couple, I'm going to show how to make all of them, but there's a couple of them that I'm not going to readily use, like the sigil of magnetism, which is just to pull items towards you, or just things that I'm not able to make, because the most of them are going to require quite advanced kinds of slates, demonic and void slates, void sigils. Actually, I could make a void sigil. I think I'll do that one too. So what we're going to work on is the sigil of the Phantom Bridge, the sigil of Holding, the sigil of the Fast Miner, the sigil of the Green Grove, the sigil of the Blood Lamp, and of course the sigil of the void sigil. I'm sorry. Alright, so the void sigil seems pretty easy enough to make. Let's make that one first, actually. So we're going to need 6 buckets. Alright, and 6 buckets here, right there. 1 blank slate. Void. 1 bit of string. Of course, I get to throw all my stuff on the ground. Alright, we've got our buckets. Now we'll just go ahead and throw them right in there. Throw the string up there. Put our magician's blood orb there. Just for shickles. It doesn't really matter. I think actually you can make the void sigil with the apprentice blood orb. Yep, totally could have made this a while ago. So what the void sigil is for is, let's say you've made a mess. Oh no, I spilled lava all over our new rug. Well, don't worry. Use your void sigil and clean it right up. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. I didn't click the right spot. Now I'm on fire. Huzzah. Alright, we'll worry about the fire and burning to death later. For now, let's move on to the next one. We're going to go ahead and do the sigil of the Phantom Bridge. Now, that one is right here, and it just takes stone, an imbued slate, which is a tier 3 slate, takes 5,000 LP. After another 2,000 you've already used to make the reinforced slate, and the first 1,000. So in total, that's an 8,000 LP slate. Very powerful one. But this one is a pretty cool thing. We need 2 soul sand, 5 stone, and that sigil. And of course, the magician's blood orb. As this is the imbued slate, this requires the magician's blood orb. It's much too powerful for anything underclassed to create. And there we go, the sigil of the Phantom Bridge. Now, activate to create a bridge beneath your feet. So if I go to this walkway here, and I right click, look at that. And all I gotta do is walk, and I will stay on this level. Now this will take up LP for my pool. Now if I get this here, you see we have, it's running, oh, okay, I see it's by block. So if I move 1 forward, no? No? Ah, there we go. See, it's not very expensive though. I can actually use this for quite a long time. I could probably go through an entire, oh, look at that, see as it fades away? That's pretty cool. And yeah, you can make a pretty lengthy bridge. So we'll just do that, and we will right click it again, because as you see, it's a bright blue color now. I right click it and it's gray. Turns right off, and this bridge will eventually simply decay on its own, or you can break it, doesn't really matter. So this is a really useful slate. That's very cool, actually. Okay, so now we've got actually quite a few sigils. So let's make ourselves a little pocket sigil called the Sigil of Holding. And this is going to take 4 blank slates. Luckily we made quite a few of these. 3 stone. Oops, those are blood runes. Don't need those. 3 stone. An imbued slate. And a Magician's Blood Orb. And there we go. 1 Sigil of Holding. So now I believe all we have to do is right-click this one. Nope, shift right-click. There we go. And we can hold 5 sigils in there. So we'll go ahead and throw in our Water Sigil, our Lava Sigil, our Sigil of the Phantom Bridge, and our Void Sigil. And that will save us up a little time. Now, I think, yeah, there we go. So you can see that in the inventory it's the Sigil of Holding, but in my hand it's whatever one I shift scroll to. And I can see which one's which based on which sigil I'm looking at. Because luckily they all have a pretty decently different design on each one of them. Alright, power run through them, very nice. So the next one is the Sigil of the Fast Miner, one that looks like a little pickaxe here. We need one of each of these 3 tools here, another reinforced slate, and any kind of blood orb up from the weak, I believe. So let's see. Oh, you know what? I've already forgotten the recipe. I'm terribly sorry. But what's cool is I can click on that, and I can give myself the recipe. I don't know why I haven't been doing that, quite honestly. We'll use the Magician's Blood Orb for this one. Pop that right in there. And look, we can even put the tools exactly where they need to go. No mismatched orders. And there we go. Sigil of the Fast Miner. Now basically what this is it's a speed potion without requiring the speed potion. I right click it and it becomes activated just like the normal ones. And you can see that it will use a little tiny LP, but over quite a long time actually. Now I don't have a pickaxe on me actually, so I can't really show off how fast this makes you, but as you can see, let's go ahead and make a pickaxe actually. As you can see, it constantly gives me the haste 2 buff. So we'll jump down here real quick and look at that. We'll turn the sigil off real quick, and haste 2 is immediately gone, and see how much slower we are. So yeah, pretty cool little sigil. I think we'll throw that one into the Sigil of Holding. That's gonna be a pretty nice one to have in there, especially if you're a person who really likes to mine. I actually really like mining in this game. Alright, so the next one we're going for is the Sigil of the Green Grove. This one is actually mostly plant life with a reinforced slate and any kind of orb really. So we're going to throw our saplings into the corners there, put these up here, get ourselves another reinforced slate, I believe, yeah that's right, and our Magician's Blood Orb. I just want to use it because we have it. And there we go, the Sigil of the Green Grove. Now what this one does is it basically acts as a source of bone meal, excuse me. At the cost of a little bit of LP, you're able to bone meal all of the plants that you'd like to, and I believe a 3x3 area. So we're going to go back here to the farm and give these guys a little bit of work to do. Right click, look at that. Oh no, I'm sorry. What happens is I right click it off of the plants, and what it does is it creates a bone meal effect around me whenever I'm around plants. See, that was my mistake. Now if I do right click with it, yes, I can use it as a bone meal. And I just turned it off actually, we'll turn it back on there. And let me check my LP here. See, it's slow, but it will take up about 150 LP every few ticks. There we go. But it's going to bone meal everything, make everything's growth rate tick a little bit. But it won't give the bone mealing effect. You see, I got a melon. This guy's going for pumpkins or something. Nah, he's grabbing a potato. I'm sorry. Yep, and everything's growing up nice and quickly. Look at that. Alright. So that works out pretty well. Alright, so let's get back into the house and we're going to go ahead and make our final sigil known as the Sigil of the Blood Lamp. Probably one I'm going to go ahead and throw into the holster because it's one of those ones you're going to want to keep on you. Because this, if you recall if you watched the portion of the video including the Ars Magica, the first portion, you will have noticed that I made a spell that allows me to shoot light, basically. So what I'm about to do is make a spell, or make a sigil that allows me to do just the same thing. And for that I need the Sigil of the Blood Lamp, which is right here, okay? And this one takes a whopping 3 imbued slates, 4 glowstone, and of course our blood orb and a torch. But my goodness, these things are really expensive to make. I will tell you that right now. Alright, there we go. We have the Sigil of the Blood Lamp. So now I don't know if it's projectile. Yep, it's totally projectile. Look at that. It works just the same. Now I'm pretty sure this is a very low cost one. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around the range of 50, maybe. There we go. And yep, exactly it. It's 50. And we get this little kind of bloody particle effect, just like the altar looks whenever you put a little bit of blood in there. Looks very nice. Go ahead and break that real quick. So yeah, just like Ars Magica, Blood Magic has their own special little lamp system. Really cool. We're going to throw that one into the Sigil of Holding. Let's take out the... Oh god, so hard to pick up. Let's do the Swiffer. Keep the blood lamp in there. Actually, you know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out the Sigil of the Fast Miner because I don't really need that one. I don't mind using pickaxes. I use the Ars Magica spells. So, for those of you who do like to use that, or would like to use that, then that's the best thing to go for you. Alright. I think that's a good place to stop. I'm afraid we weren't able to get to the rituals as I had hoped from the get-go, but that's alright. We'll be able to work on that a little bit later. I've already got the stuff ready and waiting to make the ritual stones, as you see on this bottom row here. It's going to be nice and fun whenever we get around to that. Alright, well, thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. If you have any ideas for, if you have any backing to some of the sigils you think that's a really good idea to make, maybe the sigil magnetism is a little more useful than I thought, or perhaps you can let me know what the sigil of Ender Severance does. I'm really not really sure about that one, or the sigil of the Whirlwind for that matter. We got quite a few here. I'm really not sure how they work. But alright, thank you for watching once again, and you all have a very good day.